read all about it. May 28, 1914, President Woodrow Wilson speaks at National Arlington Cemetery. New York City burns in heat wave. Another orphan train goes west. Orphan train. City overrun with homeless children. Orphanages overcrowded. Police sweep streets of ragamuffins. That's me. City sends unwanted children by train to Midwest farms, foster homes. The place ain't got me. Not yet. Extra, extra, read all about it.
We ride the orphan train.
The orphan train. Deserted, unwanted children seeking a home. We come with hope to find a real home, a permanent home. We ride the orphan train. The orphan train.
The train ride was exciting, if it hadn't been so crowded. Boys in one section, girls in another. We passed farms with cows and sheep. I had never seen a cow or a sheep, and apples hanging on trees instead of in boxes at the store. The first stop was at Princeton. I didn't know what to expect. They took us to a church and rang the big bell, and folks came to look at us. Some took the ones they wanted home with them. Home. I'd had a home somewhere out here. There were too many of us in the orphanage. I was standing there, the bell ringing and people looked at me. Who I thought would take me home. I didn't look up. I didn't try to show off like some of the kids. I was scared.
Here's a quiet one. What's your name?
Mary.
Huh? Speak up.
Mary.
Mary. That's my sister's name. I never much liked her. Suppose I could change your name. I'm looking for someone to help me around the house and keep me company. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Speak up, child. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
No, ma'am.
Well, I don't know. You are cleaner and quieter than the rest of these heathens they sent us. Suppose I could call you Rebecca. It's from the Bible. You are strong and healthy looking. I think I'll try you out.
Yes, ma'am.
Look up and speak up, child. And remember, your name is Rebecca.
I signed my name Rebecca Smith. Smith was the name they gave me at the orphanage. Later at her house, she sat me down for a talk. Like she was a teacher and I was a pupil.
Sit up straight. Look at me. Hear what I have to say. These are the things you're to do while you're at my house. First, I ain't adopting you. This is my house and not yours. Do you like it? A child who's living in, a helper. I will feed you and send you to school and provide the essentials, but I don't believe in wasting money.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll cook, clean, keep me company. You'll go to church and say your prayers every night. You'll thank God that you're not in that dirty city anymore and you're here with a roof over your head. You've got lots to be thankful for.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to go out and get some wood for the stove, please. Don't just stand there. Move.
Well, what?
On the wood pile. By the woodshed, out the back door. And get some water, too.
Yes, ma'am. I hurried to the woodpile, got the arm load, got the water, and hurried back. But some of it spilled on the floor.
Now look what you've done. Awkward, clumsy girl.
I tried to please her, but everything I did was wrong.
go out to the cellar and bring back the crock of milk that's on the floor in the cellar, and don't spill it.
Yes, ma'am. I hurried to the cellar, lifted up the door, and started down the stone steps. On the bottom was a little room with a cup of coffee milk at the bottom. Something scurried across my foot and disappeared into the corner. It was a mouse! I picked up the crock, held it tight, and started up the stairs. And on the steps was another mouse, and I closed my eyes and screamed, "Ah!" and spilled the milk all over me and the steps.
What are you doing now? Great heavens, you've spilt the milk. Clumsy, clumsy child. No supper for you, and you'll stay in the cellar where this happened. Teach you a lesson not to be so clumsy. You can stay in there all night and think about what you've done. Sorry I took you in. I don't want you.
I sat there by the cold steps, alone in the dark, thinking, nobody wants me. Nobody.
You out there in the cellar all night?
It was the right punishment where the crime was committed.
When morning came, I heard voices outside.
I'll let her out now. Hope she's learned a lesson.
Are you all right, Mary? Poor thing's shaking with fright.
I don't want her.
Oh, don't worry, Mary. He hit the Murphys. They didn't get a chance to get at the church yesterday, and they're looking for a girl. A nice, pretty young girl like you.
The Murphys. Helen Murphy and her highfalutin ways, and him always laughing and carrying on. Well, they'll spoil her.
We'll see. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. And I'm sorry you scared the poor child to death. What do you think, Mary?
I don't have nothing.
That's okay. I'll take you over to the Murphys. Goodbye, Mrs. Herndon. Hope you have a pleasant day.
The Murphys lived in a big, beautiful house. Mrs. Murphy was beautiful, and Mr. Murphy laughed and told a lot of funny jokes. They did spoil me. My own bedroom, all blue with ruffles, a closet full of clothes, friends and parties, and a little dog all my own. It was like coming to the end of a rainbow, and there was a wonderful home. They didn't call me Rebecca, no. They called me Mary, their little princess, and I was.
I was the toughest kid on the block in the city. Slept in alleys and boxes, whatever. Swiped things to eat on Mulberry Street. I was doing all right until the cops blew their whistle and rounded up us homeless kids and put us on the train. We didn't know where we was going, but it was different. It was fun. I got me a seat by the window, looked out, and saw the country. Now, way out here in nowhere, the train stopped at Spickard. They herded us up the courthouse steps, and there we stood, lined up like horses for the country folk to see. I cursed and spit and let them know I was from the city. Nobody came near me. When the folks had picked the ones they wanted, the rest of us, what was left, was put back on the train and rode to the next stop. There, the same thing happened. Only this time, a man and his wife singled me out. He was a funny bird with a twinkle in his eye.
What's your name, Buster?
It ain't Buster.
Oh.
They call me Frank.
All right, Frank. Let's go home.
We rode out into a wagon, into their farm. Miss Snyder began to get supper, and said I should wash up. I'd been on the train for days, and I was grimy, even for me, and smelled something awful. Wash? Where's the pan?
I mean, wash from the hide out. Get the wash tub, there's water in it, sun heated. Put the tub in the woodshed. There's towel and soap in there, and don't spare the soap.
So I drug the wash tub into the woodshed and shut the door.
Throw your clothes out, and I'll burn them. You can wear some of Henry's things until we get to town for some proper ones for you. It's all well and good for you, Henry. You can have him help you with the chores on the farm, but I always wanted a girl, and I still do.
Well, a girl would be nice, but we need a boy. And I like him.
Poor dears. They say they were sleeping in alleys, eating garbage. Wonder they didn't die of sickness. Henry, he's just sitting there, well, I'm gonna go see.
Oh, and don't rush him, he's a boy.
I raised 2 boys, I hadn't forgotten. I'm going to see. Henry! I saw with my own eyes.
What? Go on.
He is a she.
What are you saying?
Frank is a girl.
We did her. Frank, come out here right now.
Henry, please don't be angry. You see, it was meant to be this way. I always wanted a girl.
So you did.
And you said you liked him. Or,
So I did. And so we'll keep him. Her. Well, Hannah, guess we got ourselves a girl.
It was mighty hard at first for me to be a girl, which I am, when I was pretending all along I was a boy. But on the streets, it was dog eat dog. I dressed like a boy, acted like a boy, and learned how to fight. And I'm alive today because everyone thought I was a boy. But I don't have to be tough and live in the alley anymore because I have a home, a good home. I have changed. Yes, I have even changed my name. Mr. and Mrs. Snyder adopted me last month. Now, my new name is Miss Frankie Snyder. My name is Begin. I'm Irish. Maybe you can tell by my rose. My mother and my father were both born in Ireland on a farm. Then came the famines. My mother came with hundreds of others to America when I was born. She couldn't take care of me and work, so she put me in a foundling home. The nuns, all Irish, raised me. There were so many children and never enough to eat. I had a pet mouse, Mr. Roberts. He kept me company. I love all animals, cats and dogs. And when St. Agnes told me I was going on a train where there were farms and animals, and where I would find my own home, now I'm here waiting to find a home. The first stop at the train, people said, "She don't talk English. She's a foreigner, she is." I had never been called a foreigner before. The second stop, they said, "Listen to her talk. She's Irish." I am an American. I was born here. At every stop, nobody wanted me because I was a foreigner. Irish. Finally, at Altamont, an old man, a funny old man, stopped and smiled at me.
Oh my, you look just like my little Molly.
My name is Begin.
Oh, and you're Irish.
Yes, sir.
My little Molly's mother was from Ireland. We must get acquainted.
He didn't hate me because I was Irish. Yes, sir.
Well, my little Molly was about your size. She looked just like you. Oh, she was a dear, dear girl. Yes, a dear girl. What would you think about living with a daffy old man and bringing life and happiness back into his house and being my little Molly?
I went to home on a farm, but I am not your little Molly. I'm Begin.
Of course, you must be yourself, and you must be proud to be yourself.
Do you have a farm?
Oh, I have a big house on a little farm.
Are there animals?
Oh, yes, and you could have a pony all your own if you wanted it. You see, poor people, well, if they're a little particular, folks say they're crazy. But when you're rich and a bit daffy, they say you're eccentric. And I'm rich.
You're the first person who has liked me.
But I should be the first person to give you a home.
I'm a poor little girl.
How did we go together? Rich, poor, old, young. I'll tell you what. I'll sign the papers to give you a proper home. And if you don't like it, I'll help you find something better.
I should be honest, sir. Nobody else has wanted me.
But I do.
All right. But I'm not Molly. I'm Begin.
I'm left-handed.
Me too.
You see, we're both different. Well, again, next week is your birthday and we're going to have a party to celebrate.
Who will come?
Why, all your school friends. Why, we'll have refreshments, games, and we will sing Irish songs.
Nobody will come.
Oh, sure they will. We're going to have ice cream and 4 kinds of cake.
The day came to the party and I wore my best dress. It was 4 o'clock and nobody had arrived. 4:30 and still no one. I had a party and nobody came. Then I heard a knock at the door. I ran to open it and there stood Harvey Smith.
I come to the party.
Who is it, Begin?
Harvey Smith.
Well, welcome. Welcome, Harvey. We've about given up. You're one of Begin's young friends?
He is in my class.
Well, sit down, Harvey. I've been wanting to try the refreshments and it's high time, but first, the games.
Why did you come? For the ice cream and cake?
Maybe. I don't get much ice cream and cake at home.
Oh, it's just like at school. You're no friend.
I'm sorry I wrote on your desk.
Then why did you do it?
It was a dare. Johnny Miller dared me and you have to take a dare.
All right, we'll start with the games. Now, my favorite is Blind Man's Bluff. Well, there's only 3 of us.
There won't be any more. Nobody else is coming.
Why not?
Because they don't like me. I'm not like them. I'm Irish.
What do you say?
Tell them. Tell them how you ignored me, teased me, made fun of me.
Great one in heaven. Why didn't you tell me, child?
Because you've been so kind to me and I couldn't tell you, disappoint you. I was afraid you'd send me away. I don't like school. I don't like Mrs. Witherspoon. And most of all, I don't like Harvey Smith.
I guess I shouldn't be going.
Goodbye.
No, wait here. Come back here, Harvey. Now, Begin, why do you dislike this young man?
Tell him.
I painted Shanty Irish on her desk.
You what?
It was a dare, and I told her I was sorry.
Do you know what Shanty Irish means?
No.
Ignorance! 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 Let me tell you, young man, the Irish are a great people. They're poor, but they are a great people. Do you know that they saved the records of our civilization? Why, back in the Dark Ages, it was the Irish monks in their monasteries who kept the records of the Greeks and the Romans. Do you know the one great man, St. Patrick, who drove all the snakes out of Ireland? Do you know the great poets of Ireland? And do you know of the famines in Ireland? By year after year, there was nothing to eat. The Irish people, they ate grass. They died by the roadside. Like the king's father died in the last famine. And do you know?
No, sir.
And you better know what it is to be Irish before you say Shanty Irish.
Everyone calls her Shanty Irish.
Oh, like you just follow them like sheep. Bah, bah. Oh, prejudice. Prejudice, will it never stop? Now you listen to me. You go tell those school friends of yours that they're silly little sheep with silly little minds. And then I'll tell that teacher of yours, that Miss Witherspoon. I'll tell her that she better start teaching the injustice of prejudice.
I truly am sorry, Begin. Tomorrow's going to be different. I'm going to paint the top of your desk and give her all the words. I'm not a sheep, I'm a leader. Some of the girls are jealous of you because you're prettier and smarter, but they'll come around.
Prettier?
Sure, you're not different, you're just special.
Whoa! Are you all right? Did you hurt your head? Oh, Jack complained he's killed himself! I'm sorry I was mad at you.
Honest?
Yes. Isn't it strange how we didn't like each other and now we're...
Would you like to be my friend?
I'll be your friend, Harvey Smith.
Well, you better hurry up. The ice cream's melting and we had 4 kinds of cake.
I went to bed that night with my heart beating a happy tune. I had dreamed that all the animals gathered around me and shouted, "Happy birthday!" and I shouted back, "I have a friend who thinks I'm special. Oh, happy, happy birthday to yourself." My name is Evie. I don't know why. Maybe because I was the first girl in the gang, you know? Eve, the first woman. Ever heard of her? Anyway, at the next stop, this young man singles me out and says, "Follow me." We come to this big house, and he says he picked me, not for himself, but for a young lady that lives here. So I plucked up my hair. I wanted to put my best foot forward for whoever she was. He called her Emily.
But Emily, be reasonable.
I am reasonable.
Why won't you take the girl in?
Why? Just look at her. She paints her face. The way she talks.
She's a street kid from the city. You can help her.
No, James, no.
I have known and admired you for years now. But this is the first time I've seen you turn your back on a homeless child.
What's she doing in there so long?
She could keep you company. You're alone in this big house.
She doesn't fit in.
That is the point of the orphan trains, to give these kids a second chance.
Wow! I almost got lost. So many rooms coming here from the bathroom. And oh, what a pretty bathroom. All pink and clean, and it smells like a perfume counter.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, I like the whole house. It's high class, like you. That's what I want to be. A lady. Never had the chance on the streets. But living here, and with you, I like you.
Why?
Because you stood up for me today when those rich girls were laughing at me. You shut them up, but you did it ladylike. It was wonderful.
I did what anyone would do.
But you did it with style. Girls, you do not know how to count this people. I don't know why they was laughing at me.
I can tell you. In Jamesport, young ladies do not wear powder or rouge on their face.
I thought I looked good.
This is not New York. If you stay here.
If I thought it was all cut and dried. You don't want me?
Of course she wants you.
Please, please let me stay. I can change. I've never had a home or nobody.
Emily?
Oh, all right, James. Yes, you can stay. I like you too, and we will make you fit in.
She can join the choir at church. Bring her around Wednesday night for an audition.
See, I'm already fitting in.
Good day, ladies. I see it's all cut and dry.
Yes, goodbye, James. I see a long struggle ahead.
If you were to get him, who? James. Oh, you'd be a beautiful bride with a veil over your head with 2 little side curls. Well, I'm going to the bathroom to sit and enjoy the beauty and know I'm the luckiest girl in the whole lousy world. I'm going to be a lady like you.
A wedding veil. 2 little curls on each side. The train stopped at Jamesport. That was my unlucky day. But it seemed like all my days were unlucky. I never saw my father. My mother left me with his neighbor one day and never came back. I was about 5 then, I think. Old Sam lived down the hall. He took me in and got me a crutch, a tin can, and a sign that said, "I'm hungry, please help," and put me on the street begging for pennies, which he took every night. Every day was the same, rain or shine, I was begging on the corner, till the police came and swept up all us orphans and put us on the train. They didn't notice my crutch, because on the train I discovered there were no sick or crippled kids, only healthy ones. But I was, and I lined up at every stop. But nobody wanted me because I was a cripple. Until the stop at Jamesport. One man stopped and said, "So no one wants you, you with the bum leg? Shucks, I'll take you." He wasn't me, but his 2 sons were. "Yeah, Pa," said the biggest. "He can do the kitchen work." Their mother had died. "Can you cook, wash dishes, do woman's work? Answer me, one leg, I'm talking to you." I stayed with them and worked from sunup to sundown. The brothers called me one leg and tripped me when they could and laughed when I fell. I ate what was left over and slept in the barn with the dog. And every night I prayed I would get away, somehow. And one day my prayers were answered. A carnival came to town. It was like New York on the streets. There was one stand where you threw balls at things. Some were on the ground and I picked them up and handed them to the man.
What's your name, kid?
Raymond,
Ah, Raymond. So how did you hurt your leg?
born this way.
Didn't your father or mother ever take you to see a doctor about it?
Never had a father or a mother.
Oh. Who'd you live with?
Some people, folks. They took me off the orphan
kid?
I want to run away.
I'll tell you what. I've got a spare bunk in my wagon. You can help me pick up the balls and work in my booth and leave those hateful people to themselves.
You mean I can go with you?
Now look, you lay low until you see me packing to leave.
Leave. To leave. I was going to leave. Thank you, oh thank you. I stayed with the carnival. Being crippled didn't matter on the midway. We had midgets, a bearded lady. I fit in. Later, I had my own stance. Spin the wheel of fortune and win yourself a prize. Then I grew up, stood as tall as any man. Step right up, put yourself a dime and win yourself a Cupid doll.
I've always liked to sing and dance. It makes me happy. When I was this high, Mom would take me to our church, and as soon as the music began, I would dance up and down the aisle. I was the oldest in my family, 10 kids, and when I was 7, there wasn't much food to go around, so I became a street Arab. That's what we call us kids, living in alleys and on the streets. I started singing on the corner, shuffling my feet, made me feel good, and folks threw me pennies. Every night, I would stand out in front of the theater, and I would sing and dance the same songs. I would bow, and they would clap. Oh, it was a great feeling, making somebody else happy too. Until the police came along. Told me I was a homeless child stopping traffic. Put me on the Orphantrain. Now, I'm here. I live with all the other kids on the church steps, and folks are looking at us. I don't look like a farmer, and I'm not. I'm a song and dance man. I think I'll give him a show. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, how my heart would ache. I wanna hug you, but I'm scared to break. Oh, 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 you beautiful doll.
Well, you're quite the performer there, young man.
Thank you, sir.
I like a good song. Makes the day brighter. I can play the fiddle. Reckon I still can. You know, you and me, we make a good team out there doing the chores. You know My Little Too? That's my favorite.
Yes, sir. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all of the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon a seat on a bicycle built for two.
Oh, my stars alive! He's a wonder child. What's your name, honey?
Danny?
Well, Daddy, you're coming on with me. You know, you have a wonderful voice. When I was a little girl, I wanted to sing and dance, but it wasn't respectable for girls. And now I find you, and I'm going to help you do all the things I've always wanted to do.
Hold your horses there, man. He's coming.
Oh, he's no farm boy. He's an entertainer.
He's coming with me.
Oh, you're just being stubborn. He's mine.
He's mine.
So, may I say something? Thank you, sir, for wanting me. We can make beautiful music together and be happy.
See?
But I want to go with her. Then I can entertain and make lots of people happy.
You see?
She'll use you. She'll work you like a horse.
Well, at least you won't be behind a horse.
Yeah. It's your choice, kid. You made a bad one, but good luck.
Thank you, sir.
You're going to need it with her.
Now, I'll sign the papers, and we're off. Oh, I'm going to enter you in the big amateur contest next month, and this is just the beginning.
Well, she was a little freaky, but she was wonderful. She entered me in the contest. I had to practice and practice until the big night came. I never been on a stage before. When you look out, there's nothing but blackness before you. The lights are so blinding, you can't see any people. Suddenly, I started to shake, and I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't sing to a big black nothing. The orchestra played my introduction again, and I knew I could sing. I wanted to sing. I had to sing. And I exploded with joy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dan, a Yankee Doodle to die. A real life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to Then came the applaud. It was a moment I will never forget. But that was only the beginning. When I finally played New York, I stood on the street corner by the theater where I once sang for pennies and thought, I'm one of the lucky ones. My Orphantrain has come a long way, and each stop was a little better. Oh yes, I didn't tell you. The first amateur contest, I won the prize.
I'm Annie. I'm big for my age and I'm not very pretty. I'm plain. I've been told I'm plain 100 times by folks who come to the orphanage and want a girl. I was always too big, too plain for anyone to want me. But I can work, and that's why they let me stay on at the orphanage. This is little Lucy. She's with me, aren't you? She doesn't talk, born that way. Poor thing, when she was a baby, she couldn't cry. She would just shake. The help couldn't hear her, so they didn't take care of her. But I did. I fed her, changed her, and held her when she shook. And she grew like all the rest of the babies. But she was mine. I made her the doll she is carrying out of an old sock. And she won't part with it, ever. Maybe she thinks it's beautiful. Like me. They put me on the train, and I said I would go if little Lucy could come with me. And they said yes. I said, whoever takes me takes her. We go together. And they said yes. So little Lucy, we're going to ride the train to the last stop, to find a new home, good people. I'll work hard for them, and you're going to grow up to be a beautiful young lady. The first stop, and nobody wanted us. Or the second. The third stop, we weren't picked. But the fourth stop, a man comes up, a farmer, and looks me over.
Well, finally found me a good, strong girl. I'm looking for a healthy, not too pretty, working girl.
Thank
And
you.
I think you'll do, help my wife with the cooking and the cleaning.
I'm a good worker, and we're looking for a good home.
We? Talking about you.
This is little Lucy, and wherever I go, she goes.
Oh, I'm looking for a girl that can work. That's a crying kid afoot.
She won't cry. I've taken care of her since she was a baby.
Well, what's your name, little one?
She doesn't talk.
Don't talk. Never did nothing? You mean she's dumb?
She's not dumb. She just can't talk.
Well, I can't think anybody that don't speak. You'd be like having a ghost in the house. What's she doing now?
She's talking with her hands, but only I can understand it. We made a way of talking to each other.
What'd she say?
She says she doesn't want me to leave her.
I can't think you. I'll just keep looking for a working girl. Without a dumb kid.
Don't worry, little Lucy. Nobody's going to take me without you. Don't cry. The man's gone, and I'm here. Here with you. Look, Dolly's not crying. She's not afraid. That's better. The fifth stop, nobody wanted us. But the sixth stop, a lady comes up and makes a great stew of little Lucy.
Oh, what a darling little girl. Just the right size to play with my Daphne. What's your name, honey, and how old are you?
This is little Lucy. We don't know exactly how old she is, but I gave her my birthday.
Oh, and did you get a lot of presents on your last birthday? Daphne has a room filled with toys and a chest filled with dolls. What is that horrid thing you're holding?
It's her one and only doll. I made it for her.
Oh, yes, I suppose, being homeless in an orphanage. She is pretty, though. Come and let me look at you, dear.
Go to the lady.
Oh, don't be afraid. Look, I have a sack of candy. Daphne only likes the sugar-coated ones.
Candy? You like candy?
She's terribly shy.
Did you ride on a big choo-choo train?
Well, I think someone should teach her some manners. She could at least answer yes.
She can't talk, miss.
Can't speak?
No, miss.
How horrible!
And we go together. If you take her, you take me.
Now, what would I do with a plain girl like you? No. I thought the little one, had a good charm and played with Daphne. Oh, poor Daphne, all alone in that nursery, all by herself. She gets so lonely. But if she can't speak and we have to take you, no. That won't do. What'd she say?
She says that your hat is very pretty.
Oh! Yes, well, we do try to dress our best in our circles. But you, dear, you use a bit of color. That dress is very unbecoming.
It's all they have at the orphanage.
Oh, yes, I forgot. But do try a bit of color. It'll distract from your plainness. Well, I must be off. Goodbye, little girl. Yes, definitely. Some color. Well, as we say in our circles, ta-ta!
What? Why did I tell her you said her hat was pretty? Little Lucy, you must learn you can't tell people face to face you don't like them. It hurts their feelings. I know she hurt my feelings. I'm used to it. Here, her candy with sugar on it. For Daphne. At the 7th stop, it was raining, and when we left the church where we were put, there was just a fat boy, little Lucy, and me left. There we stood, all alone. Nobody wanted us. Now the train is going to its last stop, the end of the line, our last chance for a home. Oh, please let somebody want us. I'll work hard for them. Little Lucy is quiet and doesn't eat much. You be good children. Don't worry, nobody's going to take you away from me. I'll take care of you. Somehow.
We rode the orphan train. The orphan train. Deserted, unwanted children seeking a home. We are part of the history of our country. 250,000 children were sent on the orphan trains to help solve a social problem we didn't make. We came with hope and fear to find a home. Some did, some did not. It was a train of hope, of wants, of dreams, of please take me. We rode the orphan train. The orphan train.
Yesterday afternoon anyway, that the girl playing Pegeen had the flu, and so she had to take her place with only last night to today. Several years ago, she played this very same role at the Florida Theater Conference, only we have cut it for the show, so it wasn't the same, but there she won Best Actress for the role that she played there. We really appreciate her learning this overnight and stepping out here. And then real quick, are they completely out of time, or they have just a little time?
We have like 1 minute till Cardinal.
Oh, right. Well, they go to say if they have any questions, but I guess, yes.
I think they really enjoyed it though. They were